welcome back to Throw and Tell. I'm in Folkestone in Kent because I am joined by Ross Smith, Smudger. Lovely to meet you. I've wanted to do this for a long time, man.
Yeah.
So thank you for giving up your time. It's a Friday night, it's July 4th. Happy Independence Day.
Thank you very much.
Should we have a chuck and a chat?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go for it,
man. We'll talk about Independence Day. The first question I wanted to ask you was, what's your favourite shit film of all time?
Favourite shit film?
Yeah, you know, like a real bad film.
Oh, I don't know. God, you put me on the spot
here. Yeah, it's a good question, right?
Shit film of all time.
Like Armageddon is mine. Have you seen Armageddon?
I actually quite like Armageddon.
Yeah, but it's a bad film.
I don't think it's a bad film. I quite like it.
No, it's objectively a bad film.
Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, it's a bad film.
That's a bad film.
What, White Castle?
That's it. Yeah. I tried White Castle when I went out there, actually. Yeah, I had to. Yeah.
Somebody said it's just not food when you go to White Castle. It's just a gamble.
Yeah.
When you're on a plane, what are you watching? Because I think there's an art to a plane film.
Yeah,
I think there's a real art to plane films. You can't watch like Schindler's List on a plane because where are you going from that?
I don't know. I like quite easy going stuff. I download stuff off Netflix. So if I want something easy, it'd probably be something like Grown Ups. Something comedy.
Yeah,
something
it's a good plane film. Yeah.
But
it's a good one.
Now and again, I don't know. I can be if I'm in my serious mood or something like that, and I'm coming home on a flight or whatever in the evening. I've been watching Yellowstone at the moment.
Yeah.
And I've got right into that and spoke to a few of the other lads, and they're all like, "Oh, get to this next episode," and it's really good.
Now, obviously, I mentioned we are in Kent, which makes you a Man United fan.
Obviously.
Yeah. What's going on there?
So, I know I always get stick for this, but
yeah, rightly so.
Everyone down here, they all support like Liverpool, Man United, Leeds, and stuff like that.
Rubbish.
So saying that, even my sponsor who owns the football club here, he's originally a Leeds fan, you know.
Would you not be tempted to follow like Folkestone and Victor?
Yeah, I do. I love coming. I come to Folkestone and Victor quite a bit whenever I can. Whenever I get actually 5 minutes on a Saturday or a Tuesday night, I'll try and come over.
Yeah.
And same as well with Dover, you know. So I prefer watching my local league stuff, especially now because I get fed up with. I don't know, the Premier League's got a bit boring.
I love it, mate. It's
just got boring. You know, I think it's got...
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So I'm a Fulham fan by trade, but I watch Hemel home and away now.
Yeah.
Panorama South.
I get fed up with the VAR, I get fed up with the players rolling around on the floor constantly. Yeah. And it's just slow. I think it's sort of like when you watch local league football. Yeah, it's almost like 90s football again. Yeah, they get stuck in a bit, and I prefer.
But it's almost like you have a beer on the stands if you're inclined to have a beer. And, you know the players a bit because you talk to them after the game.
Yeah.
You know when you're putting 20 quid to get in the stadium, just going to the players, like to keep the lights on.
Yeah, and everyone sort of gets on as well. Like if you turn up, you're guaranteed there's like groups of 10 and 20 people. Everyone's sort of like, you walk past, all right, mate, and it's nice atmosphere.
So Chris was telling me about the time he took you to United.
Oh,
yeah.
He told you.
He told me, like, isn't it? Littler was ringing the air.
He stitched me right up.
Go on, I want to hear your side of the story.
So basically, we was playing at Barnsley, and he said to me, he's like, "Oh, I've got tickets for the Newcastle United game at Old Trafford." Yeah. It was a League Cup game. He went, "Fancy going out?" I went, "Yeah, all right, I'll go." Yeah. And I was like, "It ain't in the Newcastle stand though, is it?" Like, he was like, "No, I've got tickets. I've got someone else who I know who's a Man United." So
we're already 1-0 Chris already.
Yeah, he's like, "It's all right. I've sorted it out anyway. You've got a ticket. Come with me and my uncles." And so I went, "All right." So he jumped in the car, get to Old Trafford. I went, get a ticket and all that. Yep. In here, I went, this is with all the Newcastle lot. I went, I'm in the away end here. I can't be doing this.
He's a famous Newcastle fan as well.
I didn't realise just how well-known Chris is either. I went to a home game with him, and honestly, it was like walking around with somebody who's just, I don't know.
Can't move 5 minutes, that's what I'm saying.
I was like, this is it's unbelievable. So, but I remember being in there, and Newcastle scored. I thought, oh, here we go. And a few of them would recognise me because I was with Dobey, and they erupted. Every time they scored, they'd jump in on my back, rubbing my head, giving me all this stick. And then I think we lost 4-1 or something, so I took some right pelters. But I remember going down in the stand at half time, and this massive guy, I swear to God, he's about this big, Chris knew him, kind of, boom.
What can you say?
Yeah, he went, you ain't a Newcastle fan, you're United. And I went, I'm Newcastle, I'm Newcastle.
He's like, my Iron Man, of course
Chris
I'm
is
Newcastle.
laughing, but he knew me, he was trying to stitch me up again, but It was an experience. I won't forget it anyway, put it that way.
Yeah, you owe one. You owe one.
I do.
You owe one.
It's hard to get him though. He's quite savvy with stuff.
No, that's one like, you know, Simpsons where he just punches Lenny in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just give him one of those. Top 3 British comedies of all time. Go.
Oh, Only Fools and Horses has got to be top.
Yeah.
Top.
Is that the undisputed one?
Yeah,
for you?
you can't even compare that to anything.
No.
I think it's fantastic. Only Fools and Horses. What else? I haven't seen 40 Towers, weirdly.
Oh, I was not a massive 40
I'm
Towers
not a big
fan. No.
Oh, you put me on the spot. I don't even. Why can't I think of any other comedies?
Because
right
it's
now?
hard. Like.
That's weird, isn't
So,
it?
for what it's worth, Inbetweeners.
Oh, definitely. Love Inbetweeners. I don't know why I'm thinking of Bottom, but that weren't even all
Bottom
right.
was quite good.
It was all right.
That's Drew's favourite show.
Is it?
Bottom.
Yeah,
So
all right,
I'd go Inbetweeners. Probably Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah, thanks. Why?
I'm a massive Gavin and
Why
Stacey
am I
guy.
like? I was addicted to that at Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't even think of them. It's because you put me on the spot.
Yeah.
But I've got the box set of Inbetweeners.
Yeah.
Watched them all. I've watched the whole of
How
Gavin and
special was that
Stacey
show?
and all of Only Fools and
How
Horses.
special was Inbetweeners?
Oh, it's unreal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'd love them to bring something back coming up.
Do you reckon
like,
they will?
You know, like as parents or something like that.
A stag do or something.
Yeah, like they come back to it like years later and they're like now adults and parents in it and stuff like that, and it's almost like a different.
I think it's one of my comfort shows.
Yeah.
Like if
Hangover show.
If I don't know what to put on, this Inbetweeners goes on. It's just,
Just an easy one. You can
I
have
don't know how to
it
explain it.
in the
It's like,
background.
it's so special to me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's also one of the funniest shows ever made.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it?
maybe the funniest. Do you have a favourite episode?
What, Inbetweeners?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when they're on that fishing boat.
Yeah.
They're on that fishing boat and he lets the flare off like that. He
Why
starts
the
panic.
fuck did you do
that's
that?
it.
Well, we needed help.
Yeah. The other one's punching the fish.
What? We've only gone 5 yards out of the harbour.
That's it, isn't it? 'Cause he comes up with all that, was it like the tin foil wrapped around him as well, the other one. That's good.
See, I always like one where they got the French exchange.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Will's birthday and Patrice is there. And
That's it.
and they're like, does anyone invite any girls to this? Oh, I would say there's no girls coming. It's quite clear there's a girl coming. Got you a prostitute. And then it's a joke where they go, they're like, yeah, we should be at Louise Graham's. And then Jay goes, why are we at this shithole? And he goes, thanks, more wine. You feel like you struggle sometimes when you're talking in interviews to be like,
oh, yeah. I feel like I've got to say the correct thing.
Yeah.
Instead of actually maybe being honest, or you say, well, not honest, I'm always honest, but you try and come across as professional as you can.
Yeah.
I think, you know, when I watch football interviews and stuff like that, I just think, oh, you're just saying what we all bloody know. And I think I need to sort of take a leaf out of that and go, do you know what, just start showing the real me a bit.
Yeah,
so I think I can come across in interviews as like, got a bit of a yes man. So yeah, I need to change it up a bit.
I said to you off camera, like one thing I find really fascinating is how people actually throw darts.
Yep.
Talk me through your setup, but first of all, like how you hold it.
So how I hold it is like that.
And how long did that take you to find out?
I've probably always held it like that, to be fair. Probably now I think about it, I think I first started off like most kids or most people, I suppose. I hold it with all fingers, but then I think gradually I changed it. But that one doesn't really touch it. Well, it just sort of rests on the point.
Yeah.
And then as I go to release, it's more
comes
that.
off.
It's just a 3.
Yeah.
But as I bring it up, maybe it's just, I don't know. It's one of them, it just becomes such a
becomes
natural thing
yeah.
that I don't think about
It's
it.
like Paulin was really good in explaining because obviously he's like, I had a little twist and then I decided to take the twist out and like it brought a level to his game. But being obviously one of the taller players, is that correct as well? Like, do you find that has an advantage? So one thing I noticed when I was at the Premier League final is how much people lean forward.
Yeah.
And you don't really sit at pub level.
Okay.
Like I feel like I lean sideways, my mate leans back, he's like, you're right. I'm like, why are you leaning forward? Like you could place him in the board. Where I know it's like, you know, Price is almost like here and Van Gerwen's here. Do you have much of a lean?
I think I do, yeah.
Let's have a look. If you get into full like darting position, let's call it.
Do you know what? I always get told that I've got a nice throw and stuff.
You've got a beautiful throw.
I hate it.
Really?
I hate the way I stand. I just look a bit like...
What would you change in?
I'd like to be able to stand up more straight, yeah, because I think I lean and I don't know, my back and my legs a bit.
Do you not feel like your height though gives you such an advantage?
I think it is because of my height. That's why it's become natural. But so yeah, I'm sort of there. So I do lean.
Yeah, you are lean, aren't you?
But I'd rather, if I could, I'd much rather, because I've had back problems as well in the past. So I'd rather be up straight. I think Joe Cullen's got a nice throw because he stands up quite straight as well.
Yeah, the action is.
Yeah, it's his action,
Joe's
but
action.
his back. When you watch him,
maybe Beaton is one who was very upright. Wasn't he? He was very classical.
Yeah, but I don't know, if you can stand up straight and not lean, I think it's probably better for your body. And I think again, going back to the lean and stuff, I've had back problems over the past couple of years, and it's always at that lower left-hand side, and it's where I lean. And but since I've been having these problems, I've been doing like sit-ups, but on my back, I don't know what they're called, but with my back.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like a hyperextension.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And now I don't have them problems. Yeah. So I've been working quite a bit on my back, lots of back stretches and stuff like that.
Do you think your throw will change over the next 5 or 10 years?
Probably. It's changed over the last 5 or 6 years.
Okay, so how's it changed?
I've no idea.
No? But you just feel like it's just, you hit a level?
No idea. I think I try not to think too much about it, but I've watched videos of how like a clip will come up, say 5 years ago, and it's completely different. I know it's completely different to what it is now, and it's just something that's naturally happened, and it comes with confidence, whatever. I think, you know, I've changed. When I was a kid, I used to try so many different throws. I was so observant. I'd be like, I wanted to throw like Wayne Mardle. He was my favourite player. You know, I used to like try and do the action, and then the Colin Lloyd, Kevin Painter. I could go through every dart player going. I used to try all the darts out, and it's probably why I was never going to do anything. And then all of a sudden, it just got to a point where
stop being them,
you
start
just
being
got
me.
to start throwing. So, and I've done that right up to probably my 20s. I was changing all the time, like early mid-20s. I was changing darts, everything, actions, trying to throw like this, that, and in the end, you just got to sort of just do what's natural to you. So
you're with Unicorn now. You was previously with Bulls. Now, when you went to Unicorn, what did you say to them to get that dart right?
What did I say? Basically, I already knew. I was happy with the barrel when I was with Bulls anyway, but obviously when I went to Unicorn, I adjusted a few more things which I thought could help. Obviously the grip was a bit more sharper. There's a ring that stands out a bit more, and it helps with that grip on the bottom there. Yeah, that's it. So, but yeah, and the colour as well. The colour was, you know, again, I don't know, sometimes you just need a bit of a change, don't you? To,
yeah.
You know.
But it's also like a branding exercise, right? Yeah, and we'll talk about darts when we sit down more, but it's just like the game is evolving.
Yeah, and you've got to evolve with it.
So exactly that, and I think it will become very obvious in the next year, those who are willing to change and those who aren't. Yeah. And I think that will be obvious. Maybe we saw a tiny bit of Premier League. Yeah. And he only got in because he's great on TikTok. Mm-hmm. That's a bullshit, because Bunting's a great player. Yeah. And if you want to use that as an excuse, use it as an excuse. Oh, but I don't think it helped. I don't think it hindered his cause. The fact that he's showing something. Yeah, it will help. You know, I think the PDC have come out and been openly honest about it. You know, I listened to Matt Porter's interviews, Barry Hearn's interviews. Matt Porter said players are a brand, you know, and if you want to be in the Premier League, which is something, you know, where it's like a giant exhibition, you've got to be this brand and things like that. It's not all about that, but enough going to bloody help. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. It's something that I probably struggle with because I'm not a big media sort of guy. Yeah. I never have been. I've never, you know, I'm not great with social media. I had to drag him out of bed for this, by the way. I was like, he's smudge, get out here.
I was out of bed, maybe off the beach. But no, I'm not. I don't know. It just doesn't really interest my little lad. He loves it. Yeah. You know, he's like, Dad, do this, do that. Yeah. I've got no interest. So, but it is what it is, and I try, and I'll keep. I suppose I've got to evolve, like we were saying there, with what, you know, if I want to kick on further and stuff. So.
Welcome back to Throw and Tell. Ross, again, thank you so much for your time today. This is the part where we actually talk about darts and the season. So we are sat here, July 4th, 2025, halfway through the year. How's this year gone for you?
Up to now, it's gone really good. I think I've had a great start to the year. Similar to last year, I'd say. I've had, a Euro final this year, and I've had a Players' Championship win. So yeah, I think all in all, I've been consistent, you know, in last 16s, quarterfinals, that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's been a really good start.
I think you undersold for a player championship win. It wasn't just a win, it was record breaking. So I was watching it at Luton Airport, and I almost didn't want to board my flight because I was like, this is special.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
It was class.
Oh, cheers,
Have you watched it back, or how do you feel about it?
No, I haven't watched it back at all. I don't know, I feel like, honestly, my missus said she wanted to give me a good slap for it, to be fair, because of like, I don't know, I felt like I got a bit lucky, if I'm honest. Like, the chance, but I know I'm playing it down a bit, but it is because of like, the chances of that actually happening and players not hitting a 12 darter against one of your throws or with their dart, it's very unlikely these things happen. So I'm very, as you can tell, very realistic. Yeah. But it's still an amazing achievement, something I'm very proud of. But
yeah, it was special.
It's the win that's the most important thing for me.
No, that's football talk.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you now.
We're most important. Our team got 3 points.
Do you know what then? Put it in another perspective.
Yeah.
If I'd have lost the final and I never dropped a leg in the previous 3 games, I would rather not. You know what I mean? You need to win.
Of course.
It's all about the win.
Yeah.
And I didn't even start thinking about it until, I think it was about 4-0 up on Brendan. And that's when I thought, oh.
Was that the semi-final or the final?
No, it was the final.
That was the final, right.
So the quarters and the semi, it just just went on and done it. But then I didn't think anything about it. I was just like, oh, right. When it went 4-0, I thought, oh, if I could nick this 8-0, this would be a bit special. So that's the only time.
You obviously hit 2 9 darters that day as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just the 2 9s, you know, whatever, just a day out, you know, day in the office.
As you do, you know what I mean? But no, it was a really good day. All in all, consistent and great performance.
How do you find those floor tournaments?
Oh, I don't know, a bit hit and miss really. I don't know, sometimes I'm really nervous.
Really?
It's strange, I can be really nervous in floor events. I think because as well, you're turning up and you've got no prize money at the start, which I actually think's right. There's another debate for you. But I think it's, you don't want to go there, you're paying your hotel and stuff like that, you don't want to lose first round. You want to, as soon as I win that first one, I'm all right, I settle. I'm like, oh, I'm good now, I've got my money in the rankings, paid the hotel, I'm all good. So it's all about that. So I don't mind them. I like the Pro Tour. It's sort of like, it's hard work. It's bloody hard work, to be fair.
Now, you love the Euro Tour as well, right? You had one final this year against Schindler and public enemy #1, I think you were. But I love Shindy as well, man.
Yeah, he's a good lad. I don't mind Martin, he's a good guy. Yeah, very professional. Yeah, I like him.
How was it up there when you're playing against someone who is so clearly the favourite?
It's actually, I find it quite easy. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. The only time it sort of can get to you a bit is when they're whistling, when you're going for a double.
I hate that.
That's the only time, you know, when you just sort of like, you know, give it a rest sort of thing. You know, we're both trying to, it's our job. We're not millionaires, multi-millionaires, anything like that. It's not like we don't need them. We do need the money. You know, I've got my little lad there. I'm trying to pay for my house. You know, so it is hard work when you're playing and they're whistling. I don't mind them booing. I don't mind them chanting stuff when I'm playing against whoever. It doesn't even bother me. I play people like, I don't know, Peter Wright or Michael Van Gogh, and I start singing their chant in my head when I'm playing. It relaxes me. So if anything, it helps me. But the whistling at a double can be a bit of a...
How do they stop that?
I don't think you can. It's just one of them that hopefully one day the crowd takes a step back and, you know, maybe they start having a bit of respect for the players. But at the same time, they pay for their tickets like any other person does. And I suppose you have it in football and you know, the amount of stick the crowd give the players in other sports. Maybe it's just one of them we've got to take on the chin and learn from it ourselves and learn to deal with it.
Do you even watch darts when you're not playing?
Yeah, I do. I do. I have it a lot on in the background or something like that, for instance. I like to watch certain players, my friends or people who've got nice throwing actions or a bit more entertaining to watch, stuff like that. And plus, at the end of the day, it's my job. I've got to sort of try and find if someone's playing in a certain way or they've got a weakness or they're struggling a bit, and I could draw them like in 2 days' time. So if I know they've been battered in a game, I might be thinking, and I draw them in the next couple of days, I might think, you're on a downer. That sort of thing can it can help, you know.
Do you ever, like, if you're thinking that and Mrs., I don't want to call it sledging, but do you ever think, maybe a little word here if you've had a bad week, or is it not like that in darts?
No, it definitely is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. There's lots of stick in that, you know. We all give each other a lot of stick and banter, but I've never ever, I don't think, crossed the line that I can ever remember. So I don't think I have, where I've literally said something to somebody to put them off. I've never, like before a game or walking into something, unless they've give it to me, I have to give it back, you know what I mean? But I won't initiate it. I'm not that kind of person.
Can you name anyone who's given it to you?
Probably loads, to be fair. I can't actually, off the top of my head, no.
I know it all blends into one.
But it's just one of them. I sort of shrug it off. I don't know. It could even be one of my mates who could say it, you know, or whatever. But yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know, people like Aaron Monk used to like say stuff like that. He was quite funny. But you just give him it back, you know.
The famous one's Kevin Painter.
Yeah, like it's a lot. It's an old school thing. Yeah, it's an old school thing.
It's a lost art.
Yeah, it is actually. It is. Maybe I should start.
Yeah, maybe that's
start
a gap in the market actually.
Yeah, start turning up, being a bad boy.
Yeah, I like it. So we're in July. We've got Matchplay in 4 weeks' time. How confident are you feeling going into that?
Yeah, I feel really confident. Really confident. Again, my game's in a really good place. I don't know. I sound really boring saying it, but I've got to a point now, as long as I'm playing really well, the results will come. If they don't come and I'm playing well, then they don't come. I'll go to the next tournament, and I know full well. You look at the list on the right-hand side, as I call it, of the 16 players who are not seeded at Blackpool. You know, you've got Josh Rock on that.
Good players, man.
You know, I played Josh first round last year and beat him, but like, Josh Rock,
maybe best player in the world right now.
Martin Schindler, Daryl Gurney. You know, you can just Ryan Joyce.
Menzies basically unbeatable on the floor at the moment.
And Ryan Joyce, he's had a great year in Europe at the moment. You know, he's been fantastic. So you ain't going to get an easy draw.
No, of course.
So I just look at it, right, go up there, play your game, and I think, if I do the job, I do. I know full well I could win it. I've won a major, and I've been saying this for a couple of years now. I'm hoping it'll hurry up, but I think because I've won one, I know I can win another, and I believe I can win any major this year. Doing it's another matter, but the belief is there. The game's there. You do need a little bit of luck here and there, but yeah, why not?
One thing that's a very good reminder actually for myself is you've had a massive weight loss transformation, right?
Yeah.
You lost a hell of a lot of weight. I was looking back at a video of you in 2016 onwards. Like, I know I was a big boy once. You was also a big boy. Like, what sparked that?
I just knew I needed a change. It was just, you know, I was fat and unhealthy.
I was fat and unhealthy, and I did the same thing.
It's weird though, because I didn't know it at the time. I actually felt like I was all right. I actually thought I was a good-looking lad, but clearly wasn't. I was a fat mess. I was, to be fair. I was a proper fat mess. Like stuffing my face with kebabs, burgers, and like I thought it was funny doing like challenges, and that was just a fat shit. But now, like, I don't know. I still do that.
But it's balance.
It's
now,
like, I
it's
don't know.
Getting up and doing a run and walking the dog for 12 miles.
Like yesterday, what was it last night? I don't know, what did I have for dinner last night? I was actually all right with my dinner, but I had a couple of beers last night, and I was like, you know, so today it's like, right, got on the Peloton, just try and work it off a bit. I believe in work hard, play hard.
Did you feel like your game changed though when you lost weight? Because some players, like Luke Humphries is maybe one of a few examples where he's lost weight and got better. Some people have lost a lot of weight and got a lot worse. Do you feel like your game definitely improved when you lost weight?
I lost weight though when I took my break out of darts for them 2 years. That's when I lost weight, because I was then a lorry driver and I can't get any bigger. This is the worst job you can have when you're big as it is. So I was going to the gym every day, and that's where I lost my weight. So coming back, it sort of kicked in straight from the start. So yeah, I'm not too sure, but I think going forward, without a shadow of a doubt, if I was to give any person advice in this game, because the lifestyle can be really unhealthy. Mentally, it's not good as well, you know. So I advise anyone to get up in the morning, do a bit of exercise, nothing crazy, even if it's just a walk, bit of fresh air, and it will set you up for the day. And you've got to keep yourself fit and healthy, I think. actually not even just in darts, just in general.
Yeah,
You've got
to,
you learn, you're getting older, and I think it's important.
What brought you back to darts when you took that break?
A couple of things really. My partner at the time, she said that her and my mum actually said they saw like a spark wasn't there anymore. Like I don't know, it was just a bit something missing in my life, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, 100%.
I was happy, but I suppose I was just plodding along.
Going through promotions.
Dead end job, and also my mate Gav, who was down the local pub, he was in probably as well, who really had it, because we sat there having a beer and was watching the darts, funnily enough. And he said to me, "Do you know what? You've got a bloody talent." He said, "If you was to just pick up one like big win or something, like even if you just pick up like one good tournament, 80 grand. I always remember saying 80 grand. If you was to pick up 80 grand in 1 year, that could pay like a massive chunk of your mortgage off. No one else has got the opportunity to do that." He says, "I'd love that opportunity, but I can't just do it."
I don't have the talent.
No, and he said, "You should go back and give it a go. Just try." And I was like, yeah, I just thought of that, and honestly, I signed up for Q School again. So and got it, thankfully.
How did you find it coming back, right? Was it tough?
Easy.
Really?
Very. I found it hard to start with because I hadn't been practicing doing anything like that. And then I remember I was working long bloody hours on the lorries. I was doing.
Was you still working in?
I was. Yeah, even as a tour card holder for about really the first year back. So, but I remember I was like, I've done Q School and I knew what it takes to get through, and I knew I had to put the work in. So I was like getting up at 4 in the morning, 4 in the morning, going to work, finishing at 7 at night. And then I was driving straight from work in my dirty work gear with steel markings all over it and black, covered in black, straight in the pub. And I'd practice from 7 till 10. And I'd done that every night. Didn't seem a little un at all, really. And I knew that I had to do that. But I'd done that solidly for about 2-3 weeks, really. And I just knew I had to put the work in. And I got my tour card back. And then I had a year of working still. Finish work, drive to Wigan, which is like 6-7 hours, Barnsley, 6 hours. I was absolutely exhausted.
You couldn't be further away.
I know, honest to God. That's one thing I really did. One thing I would say, I really did put the work in.
You've got to want it.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have a tour card.
Yeah.
You've got to, because a lot of people, Cammy said it and Martin, is winning the tour card is hard.
Yeah.
Like, they don't ever want to go through that.
No. Once you've got it, it's probably easier to keep it, I'd say. So, but... Because you can have like 4 bad days, I suppose, at Q School, something like that. Yeah. I think Q School's brutal, really brutal, because you could literally, you could get home one day, like the day before Q School, and I don't know, you've heard like your uncle's died or something like that, or your dog's.
So you're mentally not.
Yeah, and you just got 4 days, and I think like, you know, for you not to, if you're not right mentally, that can jeopardise your whole year.
Yeah. Well, you've been a tour card holder now for nearly 10 years, right? I want to quickly talk to you about Paul Lim at Ali Pali. Not the game, but the fact that you sent out a tweet saying, "Paul Lim's a great guy, here's me beating him." One of the best darts moments of the year. Very, very, very funny, by the way. I liked it. I liked that. And I want you to commit more to that bit.
Right, okay.
Very good.
Well, I'm going to openly say now, that actually wasn't me. That was my manager doing that. It was my man. It was nothing to do with me at all. Nothing to do.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I need to start doing a bit more social media stuff.
Yeah. Good nickname, though. Smudger's a good nickname.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
In fact, now I've got a few bows to pick with you as well.
Go on.
Another one. So, Smudger, great nickname.
Yep.
Don't change it.
Okay.
Heard rumours you want to change it.
Yeah. I don't want to. It's one of them, innit? You know, you're listening, again, I listened to Matt Porter, what he was saying about being a brand and, you know, all these things help. And then you start thinking, and then I've had other players say it to me as well, "Oh, you could do this, do that." And then you put it out there, and then you get I get hammered for like saying I'm going to change it. Yeah. Then I get hammered for, then people go, "You should change it." It's like you can't win. It's the same with the walk-on song.
No, so this is where I'm angry at you.
Oh.
I want to go to Milton Keynes, right, for Masters.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to Steve Beaton. Yeah. And I went, "Sorry, Steve. Sorry, Mr. Beaton. I need to go down. I want to watch Ross Smith play darts. So you're one of my favourite players. And that's
cheers.
You are genuinely one of my favourite players.
Cheers.
Part of that is also the walk-on song.
Right. Oh, okay.
And when you come out to Sweet Child of Mine. Mate,
oh, sorry.
If you see a camera, like my brother's got it on camera, I'm just there like,
what are you doing?
what was you thinking?
Again, I just went, do you know what? I'm not going to try one song. I'm going to try them at every major going forward. I'll just change it completely. Every round.
Billy Ocean is so good.
Mate, I'm not changing it. Don't worry. I'm
so
not.
good.
I got so much abuse.
Who from? Like fans?
Just
friends?
people. Yeah. Honestly,
Your
I
boy.
even had people down the street. I'd walk down the street and someone would shout, "Don't change it! Don't. That's my favourite." And it's just like, all right.
Did you pick it originally?
Yeah, I picked it.
Yes.
Yeah, I loved it. We had a night out in Barnsley years ago with a few of the dart lads, and we was in this soul bar, and it come on, and I just remember everyone just went like mental on the dance floor. We've all had a few drinks and stuff, not naming the names.
Dobey.
He won't touch it. Yeah, well, you can name 2 of them.
Chizzy.
3. But yeah, I just remember like the whole place, like everyone was up dancing, and so I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll give that a go. Yeah, it's a good one.
No, it's about don't change it.
I won't change it. Honestly, I've had so much abuse. Someone even tweeted in mine head. They put on, I'm glad he ain't changed. No. Ross has gone back to Billy Ocean, we ain't got a riot now.
Yeah.
And it's things like that, you're like, what are you on about, you know?
Yeah, but you talk about branding, like that makes me excited to see you on TV and play, because like I get to hear 30 seconds of Billy Ocean. Yeah. Darts is so much like wrestling. Yeah. It's so much like wrestling. Like the walk on, the character, good guys, bad guys.
But that's what I mean, that's probably why I thought I'd try and change it, because I know it's an old record, old song and that, and then like, I suppose I'm coming out to that, and then I don't know, I look at Nathan, for instance, he's coming out to Mr. Brightside, or you got pumped up stuff, and I'm coming out to Red Lights, where I'm like,
no,
maybe it's not, you know, maybe I need to try and up it a bit, but it's hard, because everyone's got all the best ones now. But yeah, I've thought about, I think about some of the old songs now, and I'm like, no, his career ended bad, that's a jinx, I won't use that song.
Really?
I'm so superstitious, really.
Do you have like a pre-route, like sock on first, or?
No, not really, I don't know, I've got really bad OCD though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, I'll have to kick the oku with my left foot before I touch with my right. And weird, honestly, I know this, I'm proper weird.
No, this is
but like, I'll take like my darts out, and if my right hand, for instance, was to brush past the dart, I have to quickly whack it with my left.
Really?
Yeah, I've got OCD,
that is weird,
so I have to do things evenly.
So we are here today, and obviously you can see a bunch of Unicorn products in front of us. You signed with Unicorn 2 years ago.
Yep.
I think this is the fascinating part about where darts is heading in 2025, is like player announcements now. Or like who's signing to who, it's like actual news stories where it probably wouldn't have been.
No, it probably wouldn't have been years ago, no.
Have you noticed that in the last few, like, a few months, a year, like, oh, so-and-so signing with him.
Yeah, it's like there's like big videos on it now, isn't there, and stuff like that.
So we talk about branding, like what brought you to Unicorn?
To be honest, they're one of they've been the longest dart manufacturer, I think. You know, Unicorn's been around such a long time, so they know absolutely everything in the business. And in my eyes, I can't go wrong when the offer come through with Unicorn. Then I'm going to jump at the chance. You know, they had Phil Taylor for however many times he won a world champion with them, world title. Sorry. You know, you've had all the best players in the world who have been with Unicorn, with Barney, John Lowe going back. Lazarenko, and I can just reel them all off. You know, Lloydie Lewis, Manley. Everyone's been with Unicorn at some point in their career, and they obviously know what they're doing. And yeah, I'm over the moon to be with them. And the fact that I've got as well Jack, he's amazing to you know, work with. He's always there whenever I need him. So yeah, can't grumble. But I was proud. You know, definitely I was proud to have the offer from Unicorn. Again, like what they've done in the game and how long they've been around and stuff like that, then yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, I thought it was a wind-up at first.
Did you?
Yeah, because, right, I'm going to tell you a story, right? When I was probably about 14, and at the time, do you remember a guy called Kirk Shepherd?
Yeah.
Right, so Kirk was sponsored by Unicorn.
Was he World Championship runner-up?
Yeah, that's it.
He was 2001, I believe.
Yeah, really good mate of mine growing up. Well, still is now, but we used to play Kent Youth together, Kent Seniors, all that. So I grew up with Kirk. and he got sponsored by Unicorn. Anyway, I had a phone call when I was about 14 as a youth player, and this guy was like, yeah, this is so-and-so from Unicorn Darts, blah, blah, would like to sponsor you. This chat went on for about 5 minutes. I put the phone down. I'm going to be sponsored by Unicorn. Kirk's put a word in for me. It was amazing. It was my mate's little brother winding me up.
Oh, that's poor.
I was devastated. Honestly, this went on for about 2 weeks. I was waiting for this contract to come through. I was only 14, and it's my mate's little brother wound me up.
See, that's enough to turn
so
you off darts, right?
So then, when I actually had the call come through, it was like, yeah, Unicorn, and I was like, is this real?
Yeah.
Is this legit, this one? So no, honestly, I'm over the moon to be with them. They're fantastic.
They're a good brand. Jack's a great guy. Now, I won't keep you too much longer because you've been really generous with your time. I want to touch on two things. First of all, World Championship last year against Paolo. Rough night at the office, followed then by Gary Anson losing. So like I'm on watch. Like I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah.
One thing cheered me up. Most people just throw out flights. I think you got your whole case.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, I missed where I was throwing that and all. Did you see where it ended up?
I did see where it ended up.
So above, obviously, where you've got all the hanging lights and stuff and the cameras, we've got the scaffolding that's hanging.
Yeah.
I launched it and I let it go too late. And I watched it and I thought, oh my God. And luckily, it went through the bars.
Yeah.
It missed the light, but it went through them. And then down, I thought, oh my God, my heart stopped there. I went, I'm going to knock that light off on someone's head or something. I thought, I'm done here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I thought, that's just summed my bloody night
that
up.
Was
do you know
very
what I mean?
Funny, though. Like, you losing was like... by the way, Asian darts is on the up.
Oh, nothing against him. Nothing against him. He was
He's
brilliant.
A player you beat 9 times out of 10.
Yeah,
time.
But he was solid.
But he was brilliant
His
that
finishing, I think it was ridiculous that night. So
he showed it at World Cup a few weeks ago. Actually, he's a serious player. But then watching you throw that case into the crowd, I was crying. I thought that was very, very funny. So kudos to that. And the fact that you missed the crowd as well.
I know.
Even better.
Honestly, it sums it up. I threw a shirt out the first time I went out. I was like, I'm going to throw shirts out. This is a couple of years ago.
What, a shirt cannon?
I was like, someone said to me, should have used a shirt cannon. I was like, I don't know what you're about. I'll use my hands. Yeah. So I went up, threw the first one, didn't even reach the crowd. Dropped right down in front of the stage.
Hit the security guard.
And I was just like, this is a good start. Yeah, people are like that. Good luck tonight, mate. I'm like, cheers. Yeah.
And the second thing, the final question I want to ask you. You've obviously brought your boy down with you today.
Yeah.
I've knocked that over. There we go. You've brought your boy down with you. Project Littler, is it starting?
Ooh, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be nice.
He can look after his dad when he's older. But no, I won't put no pressure on him at all. He's actually starting East Kent Darts Academy tomorrow. And weirdly, he's got an open pairs, so his first tournament, he's going to be partnering his dad.
Oh, that's a bit of a cheat code, isn't it?
No, because he don't know anyone there either. So it's quite a nice. He's a bit like, I don't know anyone, blah blah blah. So I'm like, look, me and you go and have a bit of fun, and I think it's quite a nice father and son thing to do. But yeah, if hopefully he enjoys it. But if he doesn't, he doesn't. Whatever he's happy doing. He doesn't watch darts, no. To be fair, he's like most kids now. He just loves gaming and stuff like that. But I limit his time and stuff on it. But yeah, he'll watch me play. I know that. Like my mum and that say like, oh, he's sat there screaming at the TV and that. Great, So he has got some interest. But yeah, hopefully he'll enjoy tomorrow and he can kick on in the future. Hopefully.
We just saw you. Well, I say we saw you. I saw you whilst we were setting up this shot, playing with another young lad. Like the kids coming through. Scary. Yeah,
brilliant,
really
and they're fantastic. Like his name's Louis, wasn't he? He's lovely. It's lovely.
So nice as well,
really polite lad. Lovely throwing action, and you just think, well, you know they're going to be one for the future. Yeah. And I'm not just saying that.
No,
you said it yourself. His throwing action was unbelievable, and he's what 11 years old. So
on my Monday team, like I said, we've got a kid, and he turns up, and he's probably one of our best players. He's 12 years old. His name's Ollie, and he's our cheat code because we always say to him, like, don't throw in the warm up. Like, we don't want people to know what you've got. Yeah. And then people see him. He has his 9 warm up darts, and he's going ping, 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 and you can just see the adult go, because he's in a lose-lose situation. Yeah. Like, I either lose the game properly to an 11-year-old, or I've beaten an 11-year-old and there's no pride in it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Ollie's one of our best players, so there's no shame losing to him, but it's just, he goes in with such a mental edge. But it's also like his action and the way he just loves darts and he loves going and he just loves being in and around it.
It's great to see so many youngsters now that are playing in that, and this is why I'm trying to encourage my little lad to get off of,
you know. 80 kids tomorrow, right?
Pardon?
80 kids.
I think they've got, well, I went just before Rally Paddy last year, and I'm sure he said he had about 80 odd children now since Luke Littler, the Luke Littler effect of what he's done to the game. So that's amazing, and they've probably grown a lot more than that. I'm probably going to be a bit shocked tomorrow when I go there, but they was all really polite kids, and again, they're just so happy playing and enjoying it. And again, that's why I'm trying to get my little lad now, just to try something different, and hopefully he'll like it. If he don't, then we'll find something else.
Be your manager.
Yeah.
It's like your current manager.
Yeah.
I put in my group chat earlier, any questions for Smudger?
Oh, okay.
In both group chats, the same question was asked. How does it feel being the most handsome bastard on the tour?
I was not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that.
I actually wasn't. There's not much to choose from, is there? Let's face it. Bloody hell. I'm a good one out of a bad bunch, ain't I? Well, whatever the saying is, but
the optics good, lost a bit of weight,
listen,
beard's looking good, the vectors are good.
Yeah, if people think that, then I'll take it all day long.
Well, it come from two unrelated group chats. It was, what's he like being the most handsome bastard when you turn up? That must be, two legs up already.
Yeah, I'll take it all day long. I've just got to keep the weight off.
Yeah. Keep your beard looking good.
I want to sort my teeth out though. I'm not happy with my teeth. So sort that out, and then hopefully I'll be even a bit better. So.
You could be the new David Beckham at darts, you know?
I wouldn't go that far. I'm going bald.
No, he is a good.
There's no way I've got this big bald patch coming here.
He is a good looking boy.
The missus chucking injections in my head, trying to give me like this PRP thing. I don't know. I'm not into it all, but she's like, "You're doing this now." All right.
So this is me with hair. Normally I shave myself bald.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I love being bald.
It's easier, isn't it?
It's optics.
Yeah.
You know, bigger guy, bald head. Angry face, just it's good, you know.
I'm just getting to the point. I'm like, I don't care anymore. I'm 36. I'm not too bothered anymore.
I like the look of you, bald.
Well, I have had it bald before.
I'm just thinking about it. I don't know if it will suit him. Like,
I have done it. I cocked it up in COVID once. I went to give myself a grade 5 all over. Done it. Left one bit and done my beard, and then I took the whole lot off.
You need someone properly to do it. My brother does it. Foil.
Yeah.
Foils. That's class.
I need to sort the bald patch out.
So if you're ever around in Hemel, you know, for whatever reason, come. So, right, absolute pleasure.
Top man, thanks very much. Cheers for having me.
And that was Throw and Tell.